YouTube, Old School Jules here. So, why you should take the MSF safety, motorcycle safety, oh God, this looks like dirt or gravel. Anyway, why you should take the MSF class? I mean, the answer seems pretty obvious, but when you take the MSF class, and it really doesn't matter what your level of skill is or how long you've been riding, take the class, man. I mean, it's the best thing you're going to do for yourself is take that class. It was wonderful. And the first reason that you want to take the class is obviously to get a sense of the rules and different safety precautions that you need to be a successful rider. I don't know what kind of training the MSF instructors go through, but it's obvious they know what they're doing. And in a lot of states, it's really cheap. I know I'm in Illinois right now, but I know it's only about $20 or $25 to sign up for the class. So for about 2 days of your life, of your time, you can get hands-on instructions. And when you sign up for the class, what happens is they usually give you, I'm trying to think back. I took it 2 years ago. So I remember I signed up. I had to go on a Thursday night for about 3 or 4 hours for some classroom instruction, which was pretty simple. And wait, let me see, which way am I going? Oh yeah, I'm turning here. And then I went on Saturday and Sunday for the range, practical time. So during that time, you're actually on a bike. But even though those couple hours on that Thursday night I went were invaluable. Me, I was a brand new rider, no experience. I didn't grow up riding dirt bikes. I know my uncle was a rider back in the day. I don't know what kind of bike he had. I remember being, real young. He took me for a ride in the back, but that was it. When I say young, I was under the age of 10, so but that wasn't really a long ride if I recall correctly. But that's it. That's all the experience I had. So for somebody like me, that classroom time was worth it. So I learned a lot just about rules of the road, kind of like when you're in high school, ever learn how to, drive a car. That helped. And I learned some things I didn't know. Plus, what they teach you in that classroom time is pretty much the stuff that's going to be on the written exam that you're going to have to take to pass the class. And it is very simple. I mean, I wasn't the best exam taker in school, but I passed with no problem. I don't think I got one wrong. And then on Saturday, when you get on the range, which by coincidence was in this parking lot right there is where I took it. Well, anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, when you wake up on Saturday for the first day of the course, you're on a bike within about 10 or 15 minutes of actually arriving. So that was really nice. They don't waste time, and they start by, having you walk the bike back and forth a few times. I think we did that 3 or 4 times, which was great because it gives you a feel of the bike. Because one of the things I know as a new rider I was worried about was the weight. Now, granted, these are only Rebel 250s, or I don't know what they were, just some 250s or 300s, not sure. But they weren't heavy bikes, but as a new rider, I didn't know. I thought, oh man, am I going to be okay being able to control this heavy machine? But they teach you, and you'll learn real quick just by being on it that it's nothing. Especially once that bike starts moving, the weight on a bike just disappears completely. So that's one concern that I have that was alleviated right away. Then one of the other concerns I had was just like that curve I took back there, I was so nervous, like, oh man, how do these guys ride bikes and they lean their bike over and stuff like that, Well, That's one of the things that MSF class taught me as well. You realize it's nothing. You realize real quick that it really is all physics. Physics is what it is. But I'm not going to get into how to lean and turn a bike, but it's nothing. So that fear was alleviated. Let's see, what else was I concerned about? Well, I mean, I had a few other concerns, but man, taking an MSF class, every concern or thought or fear I had was gone within the first, I would say, first half of the day and the first day of the range time. So I went Saturday and Sunday. So after I got there about 8 o'clock or something. At about noon, I was like, oh, this is nothing. It's simple. So that's the first reason why you should take the class, especially if you're a rider with no experience. Instead of, having your cousin Bob teach you, these guys were patient, they're professionals, they knew what they were doing, and they did it in such a structured manner that you learned at a really, really, really good pace. So that's the first reason. The second reason you should definitely take the MSF class was because when you go the full time, which is the classroom portion, the range time, Saturday, Sunday, you're going to take a written exam, which is the same exam that you have to take to get your motorcycle endorsement or license in your particular state. So that's done there. And then you also, at the very end, take a practical exam. And once you pass those, you will get your motorcycle endorsement. Every state's a little different. I know in Illinois and Indiana, once you take that, you get a certificate. And then all you have, man, look at this guy going super slow. You basically take it to your local department or bureau of motor vehicles. Oh, there's my gas light. And that's it. So it's pretty simple. Should I stop and get gas here? So yeah, so you take the course. You get to get your endorsement and learn everything you need. What else is there? There's no reason not to take it. None. So once you take the class, then hopefully you have a bike. If not, hopefully you have a friend who has a bike. Get some more practice, and hey, there you go. But yeah, definitely take that MSF class. It's absolutely worth it. There's no reason not to. If you've been debating it, don't debate it, just do it. Just do it. Don't even think about it. Anyway, that's all I got. Leave a comment below. Did you take the MSF class? Did you have somebody teach you? What did you do? And I'm just curious what everybody else did. So that's all I got. Alright guys, hey, ride safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Later.